Right, I'm going to go live. I'm going to go early and surprise people. Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday the 21st of February. So let's just check on the news events that are coming out today. There's not a massive amount of news coming out today, he says. Start off, we've seen the Australian data coming out, and well, that's higher than expected. Wage price there at 4.2 versus 4.1%. The index in line. We've got some speakers that is not a great deal. UK CBI orders that I wouldn't even have that on the list. Fed Bostic speaks. Bank of Canada's speaker. Bank of England. You can't do anything with these. They just happen. And then the evening data coming out there. FOMC minutes. That's the only thing that later might just create some volatility, because we might just see something in there that's not spoken about. But generally, and I say generally because we have in previous years occasionally had information that was completely overlooked and not spoken about until the minutes came out, but it's a rarity. Anyway, let's get on and look at the technicals. So yesterday, the euro, it broke its trend line here. Now structurally it's changed on the 4 hourlies. It's put the higher lows in already. It was whether or not it put this first one in there. It's whether or not it would roll at the trend line. At the trend line that was sitting here, or go further. Well, it went further. Bang into its 500 moving average, daily 500 moving average, and reacted off that. Bit of a combination there now it's consolidating not quite up near the highs there, so there is the potential it could roll over backward further, but we'll see. But at the moment it's erring on the upper side. Haven't got a trade sitting on that right now. It went yesterday. That was that. Okay, the pound US dollar, it remains to be trading within this range. It's sort of sitting in a half decent range there. Yesterday it did get a kicker and push on through there, bang into the 200 moving average on the 4 hourlies here. On the dailies actually it ran it back into it. There you go. Well, would have been the 50 if it's a 200 on the 4 hourly. There we go. So, and it's in this sort of tightening range at the moment, looking like it's again potential for the upside, but the consolidation is away from the high. We'll see what happens, but dollar just softening somewhat there yesterday. On the basis of that, the yen didn't move hardly anything. A bit up and down on the yen, and we've sort of broken out this pennant pattern. Now generally these should break to the upside if the trend's in the upside, and I say should, it just shows you how unreliable they are. I never try and trade them when the market starts doing these with the lower highs, higher lows. They can go either way, and this might yet still push on through there, but with the other markets just well, we've seen the dollar weakness there a little bit across the other markets. Maybe it'll roll back a little bit. Aussie dollar's had a fine old time of things with that higher wage inflation. It's pushing things up a little bit again here. It's a bit more of the same old. Ran into its 500 yesterday on the 4 hourly 500, reacted to that. It's come back again this morning once more. It's 200 now probably, but looking more positive. Higher lows coming through there. Yeah, looking solid. Not got a trade on it. At this stage it's yeah, just it has the potential continuing, but we've got resistance not far away from where price is, so nothing for this morning. US dollar CAD, the CAD went the opposite way to some of the others there. It softened up solidly yesterday, and it's well, the data came out yesterday. It wasn't very positive. Inflation came in less than expected right the way through, and that was the biggest kicker there for the Canadian dollar there. We'd had, to be fair, seen some action. Actually come down to the hourly. We'd seen it moving down there but the news came out and it just boom, off it went. That's quite a big move there for the Canadian dollar. Solid old move. It didn't come anywhere near where I was hoping for it to come down earlier on, and obviously that soft inflation. I say soft, it's still running the headline was 0 versus 0.4 month on month. Where's the year on year median? 3.3 versus 3.6. If you want the trimmed figures and the common figures, goodness, they like to mix it up, don't they? Anyway, New Zealand dollar. We're talking yesterday about it breaking out of the well, you'll see the lower time frames breaking past it. It pulled back in, but it's following the Aussie a little bit there. There we go. It's a lovely 10 o'clock move there on the 4 hourlies there. That bar came back, retested, but there you go. Looks better there on the hourlies, retested, and is pushing up decently at the moment. There's a few of the traders that will be in on this yesterday. It triggered US dollar Swissy again, a bit like the yen actually in its own little way, but it's quite ugly what it's doing on the 4 hourly. I haven't got anything to do there. Sorry, I should have said about that New Zealand dollar, that's a rider, so that should be left and continued. Anyone foolish enough to be wanting to short the euro yen yesterday? Well, it's continued pushing up there and looking like it's got more of the same. So I would tread very, very carefully around that. Yeah, pushing up solidly there. The euro pound. We were looking at this. It did set my trigger. It's a little bit tighter. The pound is moving along with the euro. It's sitting in this range. If it can break back above the monthly pivot there, it could be a goer, but it's not the prettiest. One we did get in, or I got in yesterday, was the euro New Zealand on the short side here. This is been playing around, eventually triggered, and it's rolling at the moment. We'll see how it does through this morning. It's looking okay. In terms of target, it's one of those that I've sort of starting looking at the upper time frame. So if you've been following this through one way or the other, looking at this bigger time frame, and we'll be looking to we'll see what the reaction is around these prior lows here. There is, it's already broken some of its support areas, its previous highs here, the lows here, which would have acted as support. It's broken those. It's whether or not it can break this next level, and then see if we can just track it down a tad more. But the New Zealand dollar seems to be doing okay at the moment. So, and this is doing similarly. So if you've been following that yesterday in the room or later on. Okay, I'm going to leave the others for now. We'll cover those in a short while. The indices, let's have a quick look at gold. Gold managed to hold on yesterday, and it's continuing this little track at the moment. It is into its daily 50. Higher lows, higher highs coming through now, and that weaker dollar helped it. Not massively convinced with it. As I said yesterday, it's sitting in a descending channel at the moment. Has the potential to just get up and find some resistance up here. Not particularly happy with it, but who knows, it might continue, but it's not for me. Crude was messy yesterday. I should be talking about this in the room this morning. It's come back, retested its quarterly pivot here, and just whether or not it can find support of it this time. It's already found support once. Maybe it's all over. The crowd are on the pitch. Oh no, sorry, I'm getting into football commentary now. Okay, we'll see, but it's got that chance maybe of rolling over. I was looking for more yesterday, but it seems to be stalling around these previous highs at this stage. Okay, that's that. The equity markets, they didn't have such a good day. There we go, rolling back a little bit. A lot of this coming through on the basis of some earnings reports. Nvidia, earnings report not and reports not so bright and shiny, but it is having a bigger correction at the moment. I would be interested to see if it does break this prior low here. That's only the only time when the market would look like it's in for a bigger correction. It's in a bit of no man's land as it is at the moment. Maybe we'll get another one of these horrible penancy things coming through. Nasdaq following suit really. It took the bigger hit because it's Nvidia that was the culprit and what was setting the tone of the market. So we saw selling. Did see selling coming in before Nvidia, apparently, before as people just took their profit before the news came out. Okay, look here. There's no point there. Let's have a look at the DAX. So the DAX trying to pick up there this morning. It's gone into this horribly choppy zone. Yesterday it just chopped along there most of the time. Quite ugly, the DAX, the FTSE following suit there. Really just not doing too much at all at the moment. Yeah, there we go. Okay, nothing more to mention on that. I'll leave it there and wish you a great day's trading. If you want to come join me in the room, there's a link below this video. We'll be in the room until about 9:30 today. Take care. Bye for now.